am so excited for you guys to see this part 3 of our apartment updates. There is a paint project in here that is so good. So today we are tackling this corner behind me that you can see underneath this picture here, and I'll give you a little background before we jump into it. So if any of you watched the first time we made over this dining room space, I talked about a record player that Sean had that we put in one of the cubbies of the Kallax unit that we use as a sideboard. Since then, the record player has stopped working. We need a record player. I was able to find a Sonos Play 5 on eBay for less than retail, which was amazing. Brand new, never been opened, in the box. And if you follow me on Instagram, you saw me talk about Sean fiddling with that speaker. It's like, it gets loud. We will not need to buy speakers when we live somewhere bigger than this, because that thing gets loud. We also got a turntable to go with it. Now, with that being said, these new entertainment elements, the speaker and the turntable, will not fit on the sideboard as it stands now. The space here also houses Millie's litter box, and there's really no other place in the apartment for the litter box to go. So I kind of needed something that would work to hold the items, but also allow Millie space for her litter box. Here is the space that we're going to use for our new record player area. This is Millie's litter box. It's a top entry because when you have that, like a traditional litter box, cats, if you're a cat owner, you know you get litter all over the floor. This does keep the litter on, that makes it onto the floor, down to a minimum. So if you are a cat owner, I will link this litter box in the description. That's the litter box. And then this lower box is a box of shoes that belong to me. Don't judge me. It's part of the closet organization that we are working on. The second box has, like, I think picture frames in it that I keep carrying from move to move that I just need to go through, and then some decor and things on top that just we haven't gotten to yet, so they aren't in their home. Okay, table is built. It's the top of it. I think I got it from Overstock because it was cheaper. It was available on Wayfair or All Modern as well. It's from Satvia, and of course I will link it in the description below, but I chose this because it will give room for Millie's litter box to live underneath it and will house what we need on top. So now I just have to clear this space, get it in there, and unbox the turntable, which is here as well. Got the table here. Still have to plug everything in. There is an outlet behind there. Don't know how I'm gonna hide the cords. Gonna have to work on that. Here's the table. Gonna put Millie's litter box back and try and get everything plugged in. Here's the turntable. We went with Orbit is the brand. Oh, the camera doesn't want to focus. But Orbit is the brand. It's the Orbit U-turn. The speaker, it's so big, but I need the table to be tall enough for Millie. And the table does extend out past the walkway just a little bit. I think it's gonna work for what we need it to do. I hope this is in focus because I'm still by myself. And we are back, even though I took a little bit of a break. Let me close some windows. You never notice how loud it is outside until you start trying to record. I realized once I did that there was a specific cord that you needed. It needed one type of outlet for the speaker and another type of outlet for the record player. Ordered it on Amazon. It's here. It's hooked up. We've listened to some records. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw it. The cords just need to be nicer. Millie's litter box is fitting so nicely under there, and it is balancing on the feet of the tables, and she has been able to use it with no problem, so that is fantastic. We did have to sit the speaker up so that I need to be able to put just a little bit of decor on this table. With just these two elements, it just would not work. And back here, you're like, girl, what's that? Well, those are the other two samples of wallpaper that finally came. If you follow me on Instagram, then you saw me talk about those when we were deciding on wallpaper for the bathroom. Those are the other two. Oh, okay, ran into the wall. Ran into the soil. Okay, that was possibly the worst glue job ever. It won't even focus on it. That's okay. You guys don't need to see how bad it is, but it's bad. But here is the finished little media moment. Like I said, I think I'm gonna put a plant there instead of the flowers, but for now I like the pop of pink. There it is. And we've already, like I said, been listening to records. This is Kanye West, and we really like this record player. I will be sure, as always, to link everything down below. Before someone says something in the comments, I know that the lilies, the flowers, can be harmful to the cat. They probably won't stay there. I'm just leaving them there to like make it look cute. But Millie does not care about any plants or flowers that I have had in the apartment. She like completely unbothered, but I know that they can be dangerous, and it seems like it's right in her space. But like I said, I eventually will put a plant there. The flowers are temporary. Don't come for me, I love my cat. I know, so you don't have to tell me in the comments. If you follow me on Instagram, then you have already seen these paint swatches on the wall. Claire nicely gifted us some paint to create a fun space in this hallway. If you remember and saw the video where I talked about the living room design ideas, one of the design ideas was all about this like fun painted space, and I really wanted to create a fun painted space in my own space. How many times can you say space? On Instagram, when I asked you guys' opinion, I asked about which color pink you thought went best with, I had yellow and blue. It was a heavy debate. I love getting you guys' opinion because I really was very stuck. But after much back and forth on Instagram and between Sean and I, we have landed here. And if you were privy to that discussion on Instagram, then it's like plot twist, honey, because green was not in there. I decided to go with the green because I think that the yellow was just a little too close to the color in the floor, and it wasn't providing enough contrast for me. I really think that the yellow would be nice, but the green, it's gonna speak to me more, I think. So we're going with these three colors here. If you remember from that video, the living room design ideas I'm talking about now, the painting in my inspiration photos was kind of like overlapping squares and kind of fun shapes, and that was really what I was after. So I drew up just a couple of options as we were brainstorming what we were going to do here. I'll go ahead and share those on the screen as well. And although not just one of them is going to be what we're actually going to do, we are going to focus on this particular one here that we'll show you on the screen now. Here are the paint swatches. They're sticky. If you didn't know, if you shop with Claire, they can send you sticky paint swatches and they can peel off of your wall very easily. We've made our decision. We're going to sketch out our design and get to painting.
Side by side.
Well, because I was like, this green or that green, this green, that green, this green, that green.
Finkel and Einhorn. Finkel and Einhorn.
Finkel is Einhorn. Okay, we did some off-camera deciding because it was not really fun to watch. It was just like us measuring and drawing on the wall. Here's what to do, or if you wanted to try this. So the picture that we're going to hang, I want it to be on one particular color. So we've measured out where we're going to put that color. This was our first line, ignore that, we've moved it up here. And now what I want is an arch that it will live on this side of the wall. And so to do that, we have had to use a nail. After I put the hole in the wall, I was like, oh, we could have just used tape. So you can also do this with tape. If you don't have concrete walls, we have concrete walls, you can use a push pin. A push pin will go into drywall very easily, and you can do this same hack. So this hack will work especially if you're drawing a circle. If you were drawing a circle, you would figure out where you want your circle to be, use your thumbtack, and use the string to draw your entire circle. And that way you would have a marked out, perfect, even circle. But because we're doing an arch, we only need to mark the perpendicular lines and the arch. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to start. Hold it tight. Okay, don't get stuck on the wall. Please be sure to use a level when deciding square sided geometric things. You want to make sure that your lines aren't this way or that way. So use a level. We use a level here, and then we'll use a level to extend this line down to the floor. Yeah. And we're just going to use this side of the wall as the straight line on this side.
We got a spackle.
Maybe put a little putty in here and let it dry while we paint around this.
Trace the rest of the wall.
And we'll be back in like 2 seconds to you guys, but
4 hours later for us.
Measuring and drawing for us. So here we just wanted to show you guys that you could also use the tape. We're going to add a half circle on this sliver of wall.
Good. Like it.
Okay, so I didn't tie it. This is me jimmy rigging. Don't do what I'm doing. Actually tie it. I was just being lazy.
Now you done lost the spot. Yeah, switch hands.
Smart, Sean. Just tie it, Celia.
What is she doing?
What is she doing? Is she telling y'all what to do or no?
Okay. You should have used the nail, bro. Tape method.
I didn't tie. Okay. I only tied it like the first part of tying your shoes. I didn't tie a knot. So let me tie a knot.
I don't even know which line to use.
Okay. That's it. Now, I'm going to do it like this.
How many lines we going to draw on this thing? We'll just pick a line.
Okay.
Oh my god, you
I don't know how I got out there.
It's because you keep changing the angle of your pencil.
Oh, right. Don't change the angle of your pencil. Also, the wall isn't smooth.
Oh, now we blaming the wall.
It looks like a boob. It looks like it's somewhere in there is a line we can use. All right, that wasn't as successful of a demonstration, but just do the nail. I mean, you could do this, but you know, we're gonna show you guys what we got in the box from Claire. Let's just move on from this part. We've planned-ish how we do, and now we're just gonna show you what's in our box. Come on, don't make me keep talking. We're gonna show them what's in the box. Here is the box that we got from Claire, and I wanted to show you guys how nicely everything comes packaged. On top is this first box, which if you did not know, Claire sells paint, but they also sell painting supplies. detail, we have in here some tape, mini roller, drop cloth, paintbrush, a couple stirring sticks, some mini roller covers, my order, a guide to painting from Clare. And then we also got, because you can just get a kit, we got the 5-piece kit that comes with the pan, a roller, a roll head, a brush, and a liner. In the second part of the box that they have so nicely in here, packaged, are our actual cans of paint. And they even say on the box, like, fragile this side up so that your paint doesn't go ham when shipping. And here is our paint. This is, okay, I'm gonna tell y'all the colors in a second as soon as I get them all out and look. Our first color.
That's lighter than I thought it was.
That's lighter than I thought it would be too. It must dry darker.
I like that color actually.
You ready?
I don't need that much. It's just a wall.
That's how the professionals do.
We're obviously
paint professionals. Sections of the green are done. I did maybe 1.5 coats, like as it was starting to dry places I noticed that looked a little thin. I went back over them, mostly where I used the brush, like on the cutting end, and like on this arch. Y'all see I was scared to really get into that arch coming, but I think that the paint actually has really good coverage, at least over white, which always makes things a lot simpler. Okay, I went ahead and pulled the tape off. The lines are looking pretty good. Now this corner, the way it's set up just doesn't have a straight line, so I'm gonna have to come back and do something there. But I did want to show you guys the paint swatch. I rescued it from the garbage. So this is the swatch versus a coat and a half of the paint on the wall, and I think that that's a pretty true and accurate representation of the color. So good job, Clare Paint, with your sticky samples. We are moving on to our next color. There's paint, watery paint on my shirt. Just ignore it. I was cleaning the paintbrush. Things got serious. I'm a little rascal again because I have paint all over my feet. Ooh. It's blue. Oh, I didn't say. We haven't told you the names of any of the colors, but I will link the exact paint colors that we use down below. The green is called Avocado Toast, and this blue here is called Hyperlink. This paint is drying pretty quickly. Okay, that line wasn't as great as the first line. That's gonna need some touch-ups. But that was to be expected. But like this line looks better.
How it looks so far. What'd you guys think? Leave a comment. That's what Celia would say.
That's our last color. She needs some mixing. It's pink.
It's Pepto-Bismol. Celia had to put on socks because her feet. If you know anything about painting with Celia, her feet gonna have some paint on it. Therefore, there's gonna be paint all over the house.
This color that we picked is called Wing It. And we liked this pink because it felt more like an adult pink. Pop felt a little too poppy for the other colors that are happening in the apartment.
I think I like it. What's your first reaction?
My first reaction is that I love it. Can't run from it any longer. This can't stay like this, so let's see.
Give it a shot.
Let's give it a try.
Are you lightly peppering it? Oh, you're doing a good job.
That's not so bad.
Right?
It's like cutting in, but different.
You got a steady hand, Ben Carson.
Don't call me Ben Carson.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was thinking of Gifted Hands.
He has been canceled.
He is canceled. Remember that book everybody had to read?
Yeah, my mother used to like, he was such a big deal. He was on like Oprah and stuff.
Yeah.
And then
He became a Republican.
yeah.
The last of that dying breed.
That's not as scary as I thought it would be.
Being like completely straight on. 'Cause I like abstract. You know, like it's gonna be a little jaggedy anyway.
You doubted my painting skills. Channel's gonna love this. So we didn't really have a plan for the rest of the walls. This wall I was like very sure about what I wanted, but the other walls was kind of like, let's get this on there and see how we feel. So we think that we're going to do this half circle in pink, this upper part also pink, this green, this blue. We're gonna do this surface pink, and then some split of green and pink in here. So we're just gonna keep painting. I want y'all to know that Sean also stepped in paint. He's also a little rascal.
Got it on our carpet. Felt really bad.
No, it's okay. It blends in. It's fine. Between Sean and I, we got this together. I might come through with just a little bit more pink another day. But I think we had a great day one. Sean, what do you think?
I think we had a great day one.
Okay, I stopped to make a smoothie. Smoothies, it's really hot in here. Helps cool you down because it's cold. Keeping it moving. I made a small IKEA order partly to finish the organization of our closet, which we are just waiting for TaskRabbit to be a thing again in New York City so we can order that PAX and get this organization done. But I got a fake plant because I still just feel like the balcony needs something green. But I also got a balcony. They have these balcony covers. This is not going to be enough to cover the whole balcony, but I think I just want to put it on the side, like closest to our neighbors, so like we're not looking at each other, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to try this on the side. Let's do it. Let's go outside. I'm inside now because you probably wouldn't be able to hear me outside. I don't know. When I'm sitting down on the balcony, I like the addition of the privacy screen, but looking at the balcony as a whole, I don't know if I love it. And I don't know if I would like it more if like I added another one, or if it's just not the right thing. I'm gonna wait until Sean comes home, have him weigh in, see what his thoughts are. Also, I think the plant needs to be in a elevated planter, and I need more, which I really kind of already knew, but they're expensive and I just still am not ready. I found this basket on urbanoutfitters.com. It was a little more than I wanted to pay, but the H&M ones are just so hard to catch in stock, and like I just said, they're a little small. This one is wide enough but not tall enough, so I'm gonna put the snake plant in there and just see what I think. Too short, but I still think that I like it better. Back to the balcony for just a second. When we last spoke, which honestly for me was a couple weeks ago, I had just added the white privacy screen from IKEA, and I was saying that I was going to ask Sean's opinion. I have asked Sean's opinion. Asked.
You ain't even asked me.
I did. I have said multiple times. I told them I was going to ask your opinion.
When did you do it though?
Do you like it?
Just now.
No,
What happened?
I asked his opinion. He's pulling a Sean. It's a thing. I like it. Having sat out there, although now the summer's got into that, like, it's kind of too hot to be out there space, because it's been like in the 90s. It's too hot. But before it got to be 90 degrees and I sat out there, I liked the little extra privacy that it gave us. So we're keeping it, is what I'm saying. But 4th of July happened. There was a sale. I got a rug. It was only $25 on Overstock. It's just gonna fill in a little bit of the space next to the round rug that's already out there. So let's just add this rug. And now we're just waiting for it to cool off a little bit so we can actually sit out there and enjoy it. But let's add this rug. Oh, also, I was not doing a great job of watering the outdoor plants. So if they look a little sad, it's just because I haven't been watering them as much as I should have. But don't judge me. Okay, I am all done. I just have 2 spots that I want to touch up, but I'm just going to let the paint dry a little bit more. Went with pink up here, blue here, and green here, and this edge is what I want to touch up. I would say that the key to a project like this, sorry, I'm stepping over paint. The key to a project like this is patience. Painting is done. It got down to the details and the touch-ups, and girl, it took me there. I had to woosah, okay? never not a siren. I don't know if y'all can hear that. The project was super easy. I want to say a big thank you to Clare Paint for gifting us the paint and the supplies once again. I will say that the paint performed very well. When it came to these darker colors, even painting on white, darker colors can sometimes require multiple coats. These did not. I think we're at like a coat and a half, and they covered each other very well when trying to do the line. So feel very good about the quality of the paint. The paint supplies were also really good. I think I like their tape actually better than Green Painter's tape. Try it, you know what I'm saying? The brushes were also great for getting those straight lines. Quality brushes. I am making sure I wash those nicely and keeping those for future projects. We've got our usual paper on the wall, so you know that that means that we've moved on to art, because you knew that we was adding some art to this wall. You know what I'm saying? You already knew what was coming up next. So I'm gonna cover this box. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be cute. 3, 2, 1. So this time around, I discovered a new command hook product. I don't know if it's new, but it's new to me, and I want to share it with you guys. And it's this little thing here. This goes on the wall with our standard command hook backings, but this basically is a nail. I mean, what? And on this hook, I have a very special piece of art to hang.
Can you get it?
It's Millie! It's Millie, and she is a queen. How cute is that? If you follow me on Instagram, then you've already seen this picture and the frame, but I'll run it through for you guys here in this video. This portrait was actually gifted to us by a company called Crown and Paw. They reached out and asked us if we would like to have a portrait of our little kitty cat, and I said of course, because this is so cute. But they do cats, dogs. Honestly, I have looked on through their Instagram. They do any animal. Like, they do fish, lizards, hamsters, any pet that you have, they can put it into a portrait. They have male costumes, female costumes, multiples, and it's not all just period. They have like Game of Thrones themed or Star Wars themed. Like, the company is very cool. So thank you so much, Crown and Paw, for gifting us this portrait of Millie. If you are interested in your own portrait, there is a discount code for 10% off down in the description box, so please be sure to check that out. Maybe we'll throw it on the screen too. So Crown and Paw, thank you so much. In this frame is from Target. I'll list it. And this is another mat from the Custom Mat Company that I've used before on Etsy. Again, another flawless execution. This picture was just a little bit bigger than the standard 8x5, and I just told them the frame size and the opening size, and it's perfect. The other art on the wall, you'll recognize this if you watched my black business haul. This is from the Bouffants, which is, she's a black artist that I got from Society 6. And then the one up top here, if you watched my, what was that from?
South Africa.
Oh yeah, South Africa, Cape Town haul when we just went earlier this year. This is an original piece that I got from an artist in Cape Town. Here comes a siren. But I thought that these photos really added to the whimsicalness of this space, because it's, you know, fun. They're colorful. It's a colorful, fun space. So I will link Crown and Paw and the Bouffants down in the description. Don't think that this guy had an Instagram, but I will check again and make sure to link all of the art, including that new amazing command hook, which we're also using to hang this over that nasty breaker box. I will link everything down in the description. The last little component of this little hallway makeover refresh situation is Millie's bowl. Right now she's just eating and drinking water out of 2 IKEA bowls that we rotate from the bowls that we also use. But I wanted something that was a little, you know, cuter. So did a quick search and I found a company called Cat Person, and they had this cute little bowl situation. This is called their Mesa bowl. They sell food and treats and other, like a cat bed, but I thought that this bowl was so cute, and it's supposed to be designed so that it's at the right height and They called it whisker fatigue. I don't know if that's a thing, but I'm a cat person and I thought it was super cute. And the colors match so well with what we did here. So we're just gonna switch out Millie's bowl, and then our little hallway makeover is complete.
Hey, Millie.
It's down here. There is a playlist here of more makeover videos of stuff we've done in this apartment, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.